Not a total Betty, but a vast improvement.
I don't know where she meets these Barneys. Amy Heckerling told me the history. I don't know if anyone in America knows this. But the reason you say Betty is because of the actual Flintstones, when people used to watch the Flintstones.
Is that right?
Yes, because of Betty and Barney is the ugly dork. Betty was a Betty and Barney was Barney.
I did a lot of work on the language of the movie. First, I had slang books, and over the years I've been saving, like whenever there's like a little article on slang of different places, I always save it, and I've got stuff dating back to the 40s of like jive talk dictionaries and things like that.
It's like, you know how back in the days everybody had that "it takes two to tango." It's all of that. It's all that stuff, just a 90s version.
Yeah.
Whenever actors would come in, I would ask them, what do you know, if you like something, what do you call it? And I'd ask them, if there's a girl that's pretty, what do you call it? And, you know, I'd compile these lists.
Amy gave us a sheet, kind of like a slang dictionary during rehearsal time, and we all learned what all the words meant.
See, I'm outie. Bye.
So something like outie was one of the words that was in common usage at the time. And outie came from out of here, and then it turned into what the car was, which was Audi, and then it turned into Audi 500, and then it was 500. So that had its own particular arc.
Do you think she's pretty? Yeah, she's a full-on Monet. What's a Monet? It's like the painting, see? From far away, it's okay, but up close, it's a big old mess.
Monet came from a slang book. The teacher of linguistics at UCLA publishes every year a study of words. A lot of the words that come from teenagers are about throwing up or being drunk. But that one was very, I thought, intelligent because it was based on Monet paintings.
Where you been all weekend? What's up? You jeeping behind my back?
Jeeping.
Jeeping.
Jeeping in the back of a car was, you know, making out. It was a completely different language. And Amy did it with every character. I mean, you know, the pseudo-intellectual was the Josh character. Christian was like totally, you know, Frank Sinatra era.
You drink?
No, thanks, I'm cool.
I'm not offering. I'm asking you if you drink. You think I give alcohol to teenage drivers taking my daughter out?
Hey, man, the protective vibe, I dig.
What's with you, kid? You think the death of Sammy Davis left an opening in the Rat Pack?
I'm a guy who can be like, you know, preach, thanks for giving me half a stick on that big wage you laid yesterday. And people have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know. It was very easy for me to flow into that. Like the word in the classroom scene when I'm talking to her and kind of asking her about the parties and stuff like that, and I go, solid.
I went to Beverly High. Beverly was like this. Beverly was like this. And I was running cellular phones, but... So, like, Beverly, please don't hate me for saying this. All the Beverly kids that already hate me. No. She went to Beverly and hung out with these kids, I believe, and thought about the way they talked, but also added her own things. People didn't call good-looking guys Baldwins before Clueless.
Okay, so he's kind of a Baldwin.
We were learning a new language, essentially, and that's the thing, you know. It appears as though the film initially is this sort of fluffy teenage thing, but it's actually quite literate and quite witty, and Amy really did create another language.
I didn't understand a word on the page. I had no idea what a Barney was. I didn't realize that we were setting a trend and that we were making up new words.
Whatever. The W came from, I think it came from Amy, and it came from, you know, like, loser. Everybody knew that anyway, and it was like, whatever, and I think she was directing me, we were talking about it, and she was just like, whatever, and I'm like, whatever, you know, and it became this thing.
Amy can really hone in on teens and what they're thinking, and she really can get into a kid's head.
Woman, let me $5.
Murray, I have asked you repeatedly not to call me woman. That was hilarious, because that was a very urban thing to say. And she's like, you know what? No.
Excuse me, Miss Dion.
Thank Thank you.
Okay, but street slang is an increasingly valid form of expression. Most of the feminine pronouns do have mocking, but not necessarily misogynistic undertone.
Wow. You guys talk like grown-ups.
Excuse me, Miss Dion, my street slang is increasingly valid form of information. Most of the feminine pronouns do have mocking, but not necessarily misogynistic undertone. That took me a really long time to get. I remember we shot a whole day. It seemed like the sun was going down. And then we came back the next day and finished it off.
I would have these long speeches, and I wanted him to be very articulate and to have a strong vocabulary. He's a very bouncy guy, but just to like hold him down and get all the words out at once was sometimes a problem. But it was always worth it because the spirit of it always came through.
How come I just can't say, my bad, walk away? My bad, baby. Kiss me and walk away. I had no idea what I was saying.
Oh my God, they're planning our weddings already. Could y'all stop all of that till death do us part mumbo jumbo? I'm telling you, man, I'm completely bugging.
Sheesh, I'm bugging myself. The last scene in the movie, the wedding scene, Donald, Paul, and I had become really close by then. It was the end of the movie. We filmed that scene. Donald says, "No, I can't do it. I'm bugging." And Paul just said, "I'm bugging myself." And we lost it.
I'm completely bugging you. I don't know what's
I'm bugging myself.
Just now we all had laughing fits. We were laughing for like 25 minutes. You know, I'm sure we probably ruined the scene, but you know, that's sorry.
That was it. That was the end of the day for us. We could not do it. They got serious on us. They tried to get, guys, we really need to get this shot. That doesn't matter. We're in giggle fits right now. You can't help it.
She was laughing along with us, and that was cool. You know, it was like it was okay to have a laugh time. Even though the sun was going down and everything, it was okay. And we were about to not get the shot, but it was okay.
Oh my God, I'm totally bugging.
As if.
As if.
As if.
Hello.
Hello.
Whatever.
It's the bomb.
I don't know, like stuff.
It changed the vernacular, the way people spoke. It brought it out. It changed the trends. What more could you want?
It's so strange that people still say whatever and as if.
These are all things that were there or that we came up with at the time. Some of them were just in the moment we came up with. A lot of it was on the page. Amy, you know, invented this language. They use it now. It's all a part of American dialogue.
Not even. Even.
Yes, even.
Oops, my bad.
I'm outie.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about?
No. Why do I sound like I do?